Hi YouTube, it's a beautiful night. I'm sitting out here on the university campus and I'm coming to you live from Greensboro, North Carolina. Alright, first thing I'd like to do is thank everybody who left a message for me, who dropped a comment on my profile page, all the people on Stickum that I ignored for the last 3 months, all the people on YouTube that I ignored for the last 3 months. I want to thank y'all for actually stepping out there and showing me that you actually cared. I mean, long after I thought that some of y'all might even forget that I existed. Some of you were emailing me and dropping me messages saying, "Hey, Dr. O, what happened?" I have no clue what happened. I'm guessing that the little switch that controls the interests you have, I think that flipped off of YouTube Stickum. I left a lot of people on Stickum hanging for the last 3 months. Left a lot of people on YouTube hanging. And for that I'm sorry, but you guys were great. Y'all said, "Hey, what's going on?" Rach from New Zealand actually emailed my son and said, "Hey, is your dad okay?" So this is a pretty great feeling that people in 7 different countries actually inquired to see how I was doing. So to all of you, I'm doing fine. It's just something got bumped, and the YouTube Stickum switch got changed. And when it got changed to blogs. So I've been messing with my blogs for the last 3 months. Well, no, for the last 2 months, because in the beginning of July, I went up to New Jersey, visited Mom, went to 777 New York City. First time I ever drove in New York City. It was an experience. I took my daughter up there with me, and I thought that would pop the switch, that would do it. I met a lot of people there. I enjoyed the heck out of it, had a good time. The switch popped. Oh man, it popped over. Because while I was there, my daughter and her cousin went to the mall, and I stopped at the bookstore, picked up a book. Boom. The YouTube switch just flipped the books. So for the last 4 weeks, I'm reading about a book every 2.5 days. I'm done. I've got the book thing out of me for a little bit. I don't know why my switch can't be 3 ways. Why it can't be, do a YouTube video once a week. Check out YouTube stuff. Check out my blog. Put a new, post on my blog twice a week. Then maybe read a book. Once, I don't have to do once every 2.5 days. I was enjoying the heck out of those books. But maybe it could be, once a week. Get a book and read it. Or once every couple weeks, Well, the next video I was going to make, I had a story. The very next thing on my video list. So I'm just going to pick up the next thing on my video list. Previously, on Dr. O, you may recall that he was in the Navy for 22 years. This is the story of how he entertained himself on one of those ships. The very first deployment I made in the Navy was on the USS Saratoga. And it was a Mediterranean cruise in 1980. And back then you didn't have the internet via satellite. I had to do something to keep myself occupied. And what I did with great enjoyment was I would go down to the mess decks with a friend of mine, and we would create a rumor. And then we would wait to see how long before someone passed that rumor back to us as fact. This is what's going to happen. The ship's going to be doing this. So we would make a rumor that our cruise would be extended. We're supposed to be relieved by the USS Kennedy and her group. And because of some gigantic accident on the Kennedy wasn't ready to roll, and we were going to be delayed 3 months because they were going to have to fix it. Or we would explain about how a port visit that we were about to make was canceled. We would make up totally bullshit stories. We would explain how we were going to be picking up Egypt as a port call, which does happen, but it didn't happen that particular year. we would explain how our visit to Cannes in France was canceled. It turned out that rumor ended up being true. Cannes was canceled. So what good is that? I guess that gives credit to some of my rumors, because that one was canceled. You know, you have things canceled, you have things picked up. You know, Cannes was canceled, but we did an extra week in Palma de Mallorca, which is an island off the coast of Spain, which is gorgeous. So we would make up rumors like that, and we would wait and see how long it took for them to get back. It was amazing. They would get back sometimes within a day, a couple, 3, and people would come and they'd tell you that this is what the real deal is, the scoop is. You know, they heard it from so and so, who heard it from so and so, and they got their source from this. And so it was just incredible to listen to these tales as they came back. Sometimes changed a little, most of the time pretty close to what we put out. They came back as fact, they came back as knowledge, they came back as information gathered from various sources on this ship, and this is the way it was probably going to be. And then we would laugh. It was great, because we knew that these things were not true. We knew they weren't real. We were making them all up because we were bored and we need to find something to do. So that's it. I'll see y'all next time. Hopefully it won't be 3 months from now. Ciao.